Hello everyone, in this video we're talking about the land of stolen wallets, vampires and these people. That's right, we're talking about Romania and the history of their main regions. The first region we will be talking about is Wallachia. It is situated north of the Danube and south of the southern Carpathians. One of the earliest written records of local commanders in the region relates to Litovoi in 1272. He ruled over lands on both sides of the Carpathian Mountains, including Făgăraș in Transylvania, and he refused to pay tribute to the Hungarian king Ladislaus IV. Litovoi's successor was his brother Barbot in 1285–1288. The Hungarian state was weakened further by Mongol invasions from 1285 to 1319, and the fall of the Arpad dynasty created an opportunity for Wallachian territories to unify and gain independence from Hungarian rule. The establishment of Wallachia is often attributed to Radu Negru and Basarab I, who rebelled against Charles I of Hungary. Basarab expanded his rule to encompass areas as far as Kilia. Wallachia faced frequent confrontations with the Ottoman Empire, leading to Mircea the Elder becoming an Ottoman tributary state. Mircea initially defeated the Ottomans in various battles, extending his rule to the Danube Delta and Dobruja. He also formed alliances with Sigismund of Hungary and Poland and accepted an Ottoman peace treaty in 1415. Subsequent rulers faced internal conflicts, and Wallachia's history included clashes between rival noble houses, the influence of John Hunyadi, and the rise of Vlad III, the inspiration for Dracula. Vlad III's rule saw tensions with the Ottomans, and he eventually had to retreat and pay increased tribute. Wallachia also faced occupations by Hungarian and Moldavian forces. Radu the Great achieved compromises with the nobility, resulting in a period of internal stability. In the late 1400s, the Craiovesti family gained power and sought Ottoman support in their rivalry with other rulers. The House of Basarab formally ended, and Nego Basarab rose to power. His rule was marked by cultural advancements and alliances with Louis II of Hungary. Under Teodosi, Wallachia experienced another Ottoman occupation, signaling Ottoman attempts to establish control. Boyars supported Radu de la Afumati but ultimately agreed to higher tribute payments. Ottoman rule remained unchallenged for several decades. Rulers like Mircea Shaibanul and Petru the Younger agreed to decreased autonomy, leading to increased taxes and dependence on the Ottoman Empire for military support. Michael the Brave became the ruler in 1593 with support from the Ottoman Empire. He launched attacks with allies against Murad III in Transylvania and Moldavia. He later placed himself under the rule of Rudolf II, the Holy Roman Emperor. In 1599–1600, he intervened in Transylvania against Poland's king and took control of the region. His rule extended to Moldavia in the following year. After his rule ended, Wallachia was occupied by the Polish-Moldavian army, and it faced Nogai attacks. As the Ottoman Empire expanded, Wallachia experienced increased pressure. The capital moved from Târgoviște to Bucharest, closer to the Ottoman border. Michael the Brave introduced serfdom to boost revenues, and low-ranking nobles lost importance. Greek and Levantine families gained influence, causing resentment. Matai Basarab brought relative peace during his rule, except for the 1653 Battle of Finta. Gheorghe Stefan and Constantine Serban's attempts for independence from the Ottomans were crushed in 1658–1659. The Belinu and Cantacuzino noble families clashed, and Wallachia faced Habsburg incursions around 1690. Constantine Brâncoveanu, known for cultural achievements, negotiated with the Habsburgs but lost his throne and life due to Ottoman opposition. Stefan Cantacuzino aligned with the Habsburgs and was executed in 1716. The Ottomans ended the elective system and appointed rulers from the Phanariates of Istanbul, wealthy Greek merchants. Phanariate rule brought tensions between boyars and princes, reduced taxation on the nobility, and expanded boyar influence. Wallachia became a battleground in wars between the Ottomans, Russia, and the Habsburg monarchy. Mavrocordatos was deposed during the Austro-Turkish War of 1716–1718. Wallachia was briefly ruled by Charles VI of Austria but returned in 1739. Constantine Mavrocordatos abolished serfdom in 1746 and centralized government in Bucharest. Wallachia faced Russian occupation during the Fifth Russo-Turkish War in 1768. Habsburg troops entered the country, and Wallachia went through a period of crisis. Osman Pazvantoglu's raids devastated Oltenia, leading to political instability and the renunciation of thrones. In 1806, the Russo-Turkish War of 1806–1812 was influenced by Napoleonic Wars and the Treaty of Kukuk-Kainarka, with Wallachia facing Russian intervention. After the Peace of Bucharest in 1812, Jean Georges Karaja became a ruler of Wallachia. His rule is known for a major plague outbreak but also for cultural and industrial developments. During this time, Wallachia became strategically important for European states interested in monitoring Russian expansion. Consulates were established in Bucharest, indirectly benefiting Wallachian trade by protecting fabric traders. In 1821, a boyar regency tried to block Scarlet Calimici from becoming the ruler, coinciding with the Greek War of Independence. There was an uprising led by Tudor Vladimirescu in Oltenia, aiming to overthrow Greek influence but ultimately allying with Greek revolutionaries and regents. Tensions arose between Vladimirescu and his allies, leading to his execution. The Ottomans intervened, and the principalities came under Ottoman occupation, ending Phanariot rule. The Russo-Turkish War of 1828-1829 resulted in Wallachia and Moldavia coming under Russian military rule. They gained common institutions and a semblance of a constitution. Trade with countries other than the Ottoman Empire was allowed, leading to economic growth and better conditions for peasants. Princes were elected for life from among the boyars. Russian General Pavel Kiselyov oversaw the principalities, bringing significant changes, including the re-establishment of a Wallachian army, tax reform, and urban development. In 1834, Alexandru II Ghica became the ruler, despite not being elected by the new Legislative Assembly, contrary to the Adrianople Treaty. He was later replaced by the elected Prince Gheorghe Băbescu. Opposition to Ghica's rule, along with the rise of liberal and radical movements, led to protests and conspiracies. The Fraser movement, established in 1843, planned a revolution to overthrow Băbescu and repeal Regulamentul Organic in 1848. The revolution was initially successful but was suppressed by Ottoman and Russian pressure. Wallachia had renewed Russian occupation during the Crimean War and then a neutral Austrian administration. The Treaty of Paris in 1856 established a shared Ottoman and Great Powers administration. There was a movement for union between Wallachia and Moldavia, supported by some but opposed by others, leading to a joint commission to develop common laws. Following an intense campaign, a formal union between Wallachia and Moldavia was eventually granted. However, the elections for the temporary councils in 1859 took advantage of a legal ambiguity. While the agreement mentioned 2 thrones, it didn't explicitly prevent one person from running for and winning elections in both Bucharest and Iași. Alexander John Cuza, representing the Unionist Partida Națională, won the Moldavian elections on the 5th of January. In Wallachia, where the Unionists expected a similar outcome, a majority of anti-Unionist candidates were elected. However, these elected officials changed their stance after a large protest in Bucharest. As a result, Cuza was chosen as the Prince of Wallachia on the 5th of February, corresponding to the 24th of January in Old Style and New Style dates. He was confirmed as the ruler of the United Principalities of Wallachia and Moldavia, later known as Romania, but this union was internationally recognized only during his reign. The union became permanent after the accession of Carol I in 1866, which happened when Austria, the main opponent of the decision, was unable to intervene due to the Austro-Prussian War. Romania declared its independence in 1877 and became a kingdom in 1881. And that was that summary of Wallachia. This has been my longest video yet and I hope you all enjoyed it. Tune in next time to learn about Transylvania. Until next time, see ya.